Hello everyone and welcome to G&G Plays. I'm one half of your host for this evening, E. Huffy, alongside my Star Trek pal and yours, Arthur Den 697.
Yeah, I also play golf.
Right? We do other things. You do other things besides talk about Star Trek on
It's
the
true.
podcast.
I do. Well, not on this podcast, but I do other things in life.
Yeah,
than talk about Star Trek.
This is your first step into a new world in terms of topics that we're going to have you chit-chat about in the future.
I mean, I talked about the other game. What was that game?
Oh, that's right. We did Ghost of Tsushima. That's right. Okay. So this is round 2.
Were they ninjas? Was
another
that
topic?
that was insensitive, right?
No, I don't think so. But there were no ninjas. Just
That's why
the Mongols.
I called the samurai ninjas. I'm fairly certain they would not be happy with that.
Well, we'll find out. We'll find out. Anyhow,
I'm feeling punchy. This could be fun.
This could be fun. We're going to play around of PGA Tour 2K21. You and I have a history with golf games on the old PlayStation systems, starting back with the PlayStation 2. We were big on the Tiger Woods series back in the day. I mean, that's what we played all the fucking time. When we came to visit you, when we came to Aquinas to visit you at college, it was like popping fucking Tiger Woods, and boom, just nonstop golf with Tiger, Big Mo, the goofy characters, Emerald Dragon, Greek Isles, all those crazy courses. And I think we played a little bit up until the PlayStation 3 years. Probably not as much.
No, the PlayStation 3 years were the best years. Because those were the years where we sat at the tiki bar in my neighbor's backyard.
Oh, that's right.
With the PlayStation hooked up to the TV until
right.
The bugs started attacking the television at night and we had to turn it off and run away.
That's right, because the poor-ass gamer, he was the one that bought a PS3 at launch, so it was that big old fat PlayStation. Hooked it up outside, and oh yeah, hours upon hours of golf. Now...
Yep. We were still outside, we were still playing golf, just, not getting any actual physical benefits from the game.
That is true. That is true. So we have here 2K21. We took a break from the golf series. I mean, I really think when they took Tiger Woods out, or did we keep playing after that? I can't even remember when that happened.
I think when Tiger Woods, when they found out Tiger Woods was a nympho, they stopped making Tiger Woods golf, and we stopped playing golf games.
Yeah, right. Because then I think it transitioned to us actually playing real golf.
Yeah, I think at one time we played some kind of, really terrible cartoony simulation of golf. Mm-hmm. But it was really bad, and we did not play it again.
Yeah. So needless to say, we took a break from the golf video game genre. But we're back again. I was given a heads up on this game by my cousin. Said, hey, it's not half bad. It's not as good as the old Tiger Woods days, but it'll kind of scratch that golf itch. So we're going to play around to golf, and we're going to talk about the game. Probably going to do a lot of comparing to the old ones, obviously. And it may skew a little bit more on the negative side, so just be prepared, because we do have a fondness in our hearts for those older games. This 2K version skews really heavily into the realism aspect, so you lose a lot of those kind of arcadey things that were somewhat present in the older games. So I am going to get a match set up, and
they can see your screen.
They can see my screen.
Oh, good.
So
not that anyone's watching, but just in case someone was having
someone, and you know what,
insomnia and couldn't sleep, and they wanted to watch two guys play a golf video game.
I know.
This is available.
This is available. Watch it on demand. Is TPC Sawgrass too cliche, or do we pick something different?
Let's do random.
Let's do Can you do that?
I don't know.
Well, let's see. Of course you can. Of course you can. Next page, course. Yeah, of course you can't, because you know. Just video
Ooh, let's create our own.
Yeah.
We'll get into that.
Yeah, we will get. Ooh, Atlantic Beach CC. Let's try that. You know what? We haven't played that yet. I haven't played it. I don't think you have. We are going to play skins. And for those not familiar, you get to play with money, which is what we're going to do. So to buy in for each hole, we're going to go big and make it 100 coins a hole. It's a hole. Difficulty, we're going to leave that. Leave everything the way that it's set to be. I know you can kind of change that stuff, but I'm just gonna leave it as is. That's fine. It gets a little too... I do at times feel whenever I venture into the settings menus, I get a little overwhelmed because it's just a little much. It's just like too many options. Alright, create an in-game party for the match. Probably gonna send Arthur Dent your invite. There we go.
We're already in a group. We have to be in another group.
You know, I don't understand why games can't be on the same page with these things. So you're going to see a matchup here of Don Vito Corleone versus Alex.
A guy who looks very similar to me.
It is quite scary.
Except I don't have any red shorts.
No red shorts?
No, I don't own red shorts.
No red shorts. Well, I better grab my solid gold.
Oh, that's what you're drinking?
Oh, that's what I'm... You know, I know. Yes, I have kind of transitioned into a wine guy, because that's what happens when you get old. But when you're playing golf, wine just didn't seem right. I felt it had to be a beer.
Nah. Well, good for you.
Yeah, you know? Change it up a little bit. I am drinking
pure leaf unsweetened black tea out of the 64-ounce jug.
Of course you are. Of course you are.
I felt like going back in time when I used to drink out of the 2 liters.
Yeah, yep. Every single trip to pick up the beverages for the night. You know, yeah, that is quite amazing. I just love how all of us we'd all get the regular 12-ounce bottles, what have you, but then here you go, rocking that 2 liter.
And I'd finish it too.
You would, yeah. I don't know how you didn't pee all the time. I mean, like, it's a lot of fluids.
Yeah, that's a mystery to me.
A lot of fluids. One thing about this game, I just, because seeing this picture of this weirdo let me know about it. I don't even know who the hell that golfer was. This game does not have real golfers that you can actually play with. You have to make a person, and you can only play as that person. So that, strike one against this game. You can't fucking play as an actual pro golfer.
Strike 2, even as your own person, they don't get better.
Yeah, that's right. There are no stats.
There are no stats or attributes.
There are no stats or attributes that you can improve upon by doing things. There are stats related to clubs, and that's it.
Kind of. Even the clubs are, like, the club you start with is kind of the best club in the game. Mm-hmm. So, because anytime you switch to another one, like, you're going to give up something.
Shit.
I briefly experimented with with a different driver, and it did not go well.
And that's exactly what I'm doing right now. I actually just purchased, the other day, I purchased a new one just to test something out. And I shorted that, because now my power meters are really tiny. So it's like a really small area to hit. So, you know, I mean, I will say the game, you know, hey, looks pretty, right? I mean, it looks okay. Maybe, I mean, it still kind of looks like maybe tail end of PlayStation 3.
Yeah, I think
it's okay.
that is kind of weird, is because there are some very realistic games out there that have done
Second shot on the 10th.
so much better with graphics. And I mean, you can just looking at your character, even like they pulled that model straight out of the PlayStation 3.
Right.
Like, I don't feel like this is any better than the
Right.
PS3 for sure.
Right. Bada boom.
My TV is better, but
Not sure
the actual character is not.
That's true. And I'm in the rough stuff. Gotta love it. So, trying to think about what. So there's no power boost. The previous games, you would have the ability if you were skilled enough with your fingers.
Holy
short of that.
And it was in the bar. It was in the white bar. Like, that's the thing that really bugs me. Like, it was in the bar where it should have been, and it was way short. And then it said on the bar 96% power. I'm like, what?
Let's see. Let's change this a little bit. So you have really no option for power. Essentially, you get that little red bar at the bottom there, I guess. But there's no power boost per se, no arcadey boost. You can't spin the ball to do the pretty cool like tricks that we would do back in the day. So you just kind of got to see where
Tap X.
I know, right? Exactly. So you can't spin it to get a little backspin. It's different, and I guess I understand. The thing with sports games these days, especially...
Nailed it.
I
almost said that ball right in there.
He's got 15 feet.
Sports games, especially the wrestling ones, like to really, really lean into the like realistic. Like, we want to simulate reality. But I'm over here like, I'm playing a video game. I'd kind of like, to have it resemble a video. Resemble a video game a little bit.
All right, this putt for the skin.
Not to mention, the flag is not supposed to be in the hole when you're putting. That's just wrong. So I don't know why that's defaulted. So clearly that 2K doesn't get the rules. 2K is, honestly, they're not the greatest video game company, if this is my personal opinion. I think they're pretty shitty when it comes to microtransactions. They've had a lot of just stupid games out there. But, yeah, let's just skews really realistic. I wouldn't mind the, give some fantasy courses. Let us play as other golfers, fake golfers, the made-up ones that you always had the group of, like, wasn't there like an old man or something?
What?
Wasn't there like they had like Big Mo, and then they had like an old man, and they had like a jazz player, a guy with a pompadour, kind of stuff like that. I thought. Maybe I'm misremembering. Tiger Woods 2005.
I think you're right. I mean, you couldn't. There were a couple of them where you.
Right. Yep. Whoops.
Do that because they didn't want to pay everyone to have their likeness in the game or something like that.
Right.
Maybe early on they weren't making as much money off the golf game.
Right.
Who buys a video game to play golf?
Who buys? Right.
This guy. So the wind is 10 miles an hour. How far do you think this is going to go?
What?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. You see, that's the other thing.
There it goes.
The wind.
I was way on the other side.
Even when it says 4 miles an hour, like, that is, that is something else. Like, it just really, really rock and rolls. Wait, I thought I'm in the rough? What? Now, okay, so let's go like this. Come on, Don Corleone. Oh yeah, look at that
This
wind.
one's going for it.
Right on it. Right on it.
Nice.
And
Let's
left
get
foot.
that putter out. I guess he could make this one. It's quite a long one, but I guess we'll see.
Something that is interesting, that at least that I find interesting, is that even though we're playing this together, we have different announcers.
Yeah. They say different things. Yeah.
Like, he's talking to me about your game. Like, as if you can't hear me, which you can't hear him.
And this putt to win the hole.
Putting in this game is interesting. So, again, back in the older games, you had to adjust not only for the slope, but you also had to adjust for the distance. And you would get the amazing Tiger Vision, like, for a certain number of uses each round, which was always, like, awesome because you got the heartbeat and the controller's rumbling, and when you'd hit a putt and the screen would shift to the letterbox and zoom in, and the crowd would erupt when you make it, which they do not do in this game, which is kind of disappointing. The crowd's really lame. But
They cheer a little bit.
a little, but there's no big. You win, you finish a tournament and you win first place, and you get that final putt in the hole. Like everybody's like, "Yay, he won!" Like, you know what I mean? But you see it on TV, and like everybody goes nuts. So there's some things they could fix here. But with the putting, all you really have to adjust is your left and right. That's really all you have to do. I've never had to adjust the distance before.
Nope.
And you've got
And
on the board after that one.
yeah, the physical world around the course is not as well defined.
Hole number
Yeah.
12.
So like if you like trees, there are sometimes if you go, like I had a round earlier today, I hit the ball straight through a bunch of branches, never made a noise, didn't slow down the ball at all. Nothing. And I was like,
Nothing.
okay, well, that's a
Yeah.
glitch.
Yeah.
But that happens a lot in this game. Like I could just hit it straight through a bunch of trees, and there's no like the actual image of the tree and the physics of the tree do not match.
Right.
Out there. You
Mhm.
found the green there, and that's
Which you could always rely on Tiger Woods to
interested to see what he has in store
screw
for
you
us
over
here.
with the
Oh yeah.
physical stuff. I loved when you could hit the crowd. That was great.
It was so funny. They would
Saw
have.
the guy
This one's heading
falling on the ground dying.
Oh
It's like,
man.
yes, I nailed that guy in the head.
And then you'd get like hit them in the shin or the foot, and they'd hop around on
Ooh,
their
it was
foot.
hopping around.
Oh
It's
man.
hopping.
Yep. They had some really good. Those were the. It was.
Boom.
The EA Sports
All right, you need this putt
days,
to
good
drop
old
to
days
carry
of
the
EA
hole.
Sports.
Mm,
Not anymore.
Whatever happened to them?
I have no idea. I think they probably just morphed into EA and like we're gonna put loot boxes in every single one of our games and make people buy shit.
So far, so
All
good.
they do is make FIFA now.
Yeah,
Nicely done.
that's all they do.
I was playing Borderlands yesterday,
Mhm.
Next hole.
Borderlands 3, and they have this whole like mission where you're quote unquote helping them create like a virtual video game thing,
Mhm.
and they make so much fun of the, hey, this just got impossible. Push this button and pay this money, and it will be free. Like,
Yeah.
and you can kill this guy. Like it was hilarious because they haven't done that with their games, or at least
Yeah.
not with Borderlands 3.
Right.
They actually give away
Whoa.
stuff all the time. As long as you follow them on Twitter. That was
There you go. That did something. I'm loving the rough today. I'm just playing in the rough.
That ended up in the rough.
right
And
in
let's
there.
see how he does on
Right
this hole.
in that
Did you
rough.
hit that with your 3-wood or your driver?
I caught it.
My
So I
driver
did the
does
driver.
not even get there. Is that a path or a sand? That's a sand trap, right? No, that's a path. There's people standing on it.
Hey,
Can I
you don't.
bounce it off of the path?
Will it register a path, though? You know what I mean?
Well, we're about to find out.
Good off
Yeah.
the tee.
Nope, I missed. Damn.
Wow, that is a path, and it looks just like a sand trap. See? I would have gotten lost, confused, too. Kind of amazing.
Pin
So
seeker.
so when you play the career, you know, obviously you do get
Shot on the 13th.
you get XP and all these kind of things, and you'll see that at the end of our round. But all that really does is essentially just unlock gear for you. Gear that doesn't affect stats in any way, shape, or form. So it's like there's no point to it. Like, oh good, I got a pair of, Oakley sunglasses. Like, I don't give two flying fucks about that. Like, that as it would, if it gives me extra power, then yeah, I'd use them. That'd be great.
Right, and I think that's what Tiger Woods did.
Oops.
It's like when you changed your clothes, it changed your stats.
Yeah.
And so that was always cool.
Here's a 14-foot.
Not to mention the clubs.
Right. Well, the coolest thing about the clubs, and yes, that is a fish on the end of my putter there, in case anybody was wondering. It is indeed a fish. So he sleeps with the fishes.
Getting there.
Bada boom.
All right, nice putt. Let's see what
It would
your
have been cool.
opponent
It would have
does.
been cooler if it was a cannoli.
This one's for birdie.
Yes. Yes, indeed. And the reason is when we played with our pioneers, the poor ass gamer. He's like, why did you make the Don? Like, why the Don? I was like, I had just finished watching through the whole Godfather trilogy. So like, you just had to do it. Ooh,
Could have made Michael. He's not even in the whole trilogy. Spoiler alert.
Oh, I know. Super spoilers, jeez. This isn't gonna be good. That's true, but it just Michael's generic looking. It wouldn't have been as entertaining, I thought.
I guess I could have mistaken him for Scarface.
That's gonna be in the rough stuff. Yeah, that too. Probably people would have said Scarface.
Well, maybe that was a wishful thinking.
I don't know.
We ended up in the
Whoops.
And the wind also varies wildly from one hole to the next. 'Cause on the last one, it was like 7 miles an hour, and now it's 1.
Not consistent at all.
Oh yeah, that's a gutsy play.
Oh my goodness!
Boom!
Good hit. Right on there.
All right, here's a second shot on the 14th.
I'm just hanging in the heavy rough. And that's okay.
That's because you didn't check to see if you were playing with your driver.
I know. I do a very poor job of checking clubs. That's a fact.
All right, he's putting.
This is where you need the heartbeat. Thump, thump,
Let's tune
thump,
in.
thump.
Thump, 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 thump. Well, I do like that the Tiger Vision stays for longer than 3 seconds.
Boom. Takes that hole.
He's won this hole.
Took those skins.
3 skins
Boom.
on the board
Ooh,
for
that's
our
some
leader.
water and a bridge.
Money, money, money,
There we
money!
go.
Money!
So we had planned today. We were going to, for those of you wondering, which you really don't really care because you're probably like watching golf and don't really care about Star Trek, but we are going to continue our Star Trek retrospective series.
Believe it when I see it.
Getting back into the movies. Had a little bit of a scheduling conflict.
Fly
today,
backwards. I didn't hit backspin.
A good tee shot.
right? See, no backspin. So stay tuned for the Wrath of Khan someday. Someday soon. We'll get there. We'll get there. And yo.
Nice.
I mean, I have a lot to say about it, but I don't want to say it here because it's kind of like too much of a preview, guys.
Right. Whoop.
Are you driving the ship? You're driving the ship, right? You're the helmsman for that one?
For that one, yeah. 'Cause I'll let you guys kind of Yeah, I'll just kind of steer and I'll let you guys kind of.
You got like questions lined up and
Right there.
topics you want to cover, like
Nope.
the parallels between that and the other movie with Khan in it.
I'd rather not, to be completely honest.
You don't like the new ones?
No, I do. I like them kind of.
A little too much.
No, I just separate.
All right, this
Like
for the skin.
it's hard to explain. I mean I really enjoyed the first one, and I quite honestly like the third one the most.
Search for Spock? What's wrong with you?
No, we're talking new movies. Beyond.
Oh, okay. Star Trek Beyond. Yeah.
Getting there.
So the last new one.
Good work.
The last new one.
Today.
Into Darkness I thought was actually quite good, and I did not care that Benedict Cumberbatch played Khan at all. I thought he was great. I don't care. I'm not so nerdy to where like, oh, Khan didn't have a British accent, Ricardo Montalban. I don't give a flying fuck about that. But I think once they started redoing wait a minute, where's the hole? Oh, there it is.
Nobody in Star Trek ever had a British accent until Patrick Stewart showed up, and he played a fucking French guy.
That's yeah. So
his name was Jean-Luc Picard, and he spoke in a British accent.
Yeah, that worked.
Oh,
yikes indeed.
Figure out what.
Bam!
So, look at
buried.
that. Skipped right out. So, it was once they started then doing the repeating, but in the reverse of actual scenes from the Wrath of Khan that I was like, okay, that's enough. That was not necessary. Wait, but we're covering both sides. Covering both sides of the hole here.
Close.
Let's get out of this. This is a little spinachy for my liking.
Anyhow, we should probably get back to golf. I don't know. They're probably like, why the hell are these guys talking about Star Trek?
No one's listening.
Oops. 5 hour. Oh, boy.
Yes, they are.
Actually, last I checked, we had 2 people watching. So for those of you watching, thank you so much for joining us on this journey.
No, I'm nervous now.
So now the pressure's on.
Pressure's on.
Bada boom, bada boom, bada boom. Oh, what in the world did I just... I messed that up.
I don't know. That was a really bad shot.
This is not a good one. I'm not enjoying this.
We're hitting from a pretty gross lie, so don't let it get you down.
I figured you'd be distracted, so that's why I said,
that's why. Let's... So, Eric, Star Trek. Yep. I'm sidetracked.
Let's get you sidetracked. Yep.
That'll do it.
Most of the time.
That'll do it.
Porthos, worst Trek dog. Go.
What? That's mean. You're gonna make me sad.
I do feel sorry about that, though.
Let's see.
In the first movie, Scotty. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Oops. Jeez. I'm trying to.
What else is there to say about this game?
I know that's the tough thing. I was trying to think
really,
of.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, so what do you think about the season mode?
Good stuff.
So far, it's boring. I mean, it's just like watching real golf on TV. It's boring. Thank God there was a way to turn off the replays and the cutscenes to the other golfers that you're supposedly playing against, but then you never really see them. But they would always interrupt with these cutscenes, and it would take forever to finish a round. That was terrible. But I
think the first round I played was like 45 minutes, and I was like, if that's going to be normal, I'm not playing season mode.
Right.
Because I cannot handle watching Ian Poulter putt from 3 feet away and then have it load for 2 minutes.
Bam!
Like, I did not need to see Ian Poulter make that putt.
Yeah. And really, to me, the only reason I'm playing still through season mode is to get money so that I have cash to play skins with you online. Like,
Maybe if you won a skin once in a while. Damn it.
Yeah, right. Damn it. See, you deserve
That's
that.
my putt.
His next putt is a par
That's the
putt for
thing.
him.
So it's like there truly is no perk for playing season mode
Finishing
or
this
career
one
mode or whatever you want to
No,
call it, tour
'cause-
mode. There really isn't.
And as
Mm-mm.
you
Yo,
probably
I
you
mean,
get-
tell, we're
unless you like,
things over to the next
I
one.
don't know, you actually like dressing your person differently, because all you really get is like, oh, he's got a new polo, or hey, look, now he can wear a black hat.
Yeah,
Like, that's really
it.
all you get. Like,
Yeah,
there isn't anything. Like I said, like your attributes don't get better. Like, golf is one of those games where the more you play, the better you get,
yep,
or the better it seems like you get.
right. Yep, I would agree with that. Oh,
Looking okay.
jeez, OP,
What
I
do you
sliced
do?
it. I sliced it, and yes, I did have
In
my
the
driver,
water.
but
Yep,
yeah,
yep.
there it goes.
Yes!
There it goes. There it goes.
It's another skin for me.
Yep. How do you
Drop it
know?
in the sand,
What
buddy.
What if you hit it
He's
in the
ready
water?
to tee off here. Let's see how this
Now
goes.
that I've seen you do it, I think I'm just gonna hit the green in one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, moral of the story:
Hey.
this
Nice, this could be
Oh
good.
shit!
this is one
Yeah.
of those.
Aw.
I'm using one of those clubs that I had unlocked that adjusted stats in a certain way, but then also greatly diminished everything else. So I'm gonna go back to the default one as soon as this round is over.
Yeah, like I mean, part of me understands if you want to have more of a challenge in the game, upping your club, like trading distance for control,
Okay, nice approach.
is fine. But the distance difference is not significant.
Right.
Like, right now, I'm driving about even with you, even though my driver is not as good as yours.
Mm-hmm.
Quote unquote,
Supposedly.
good as yours. Right.
Yeah.
Supposedly. Oops, that wasn't good.
15 feet to the cup from here.
But like, there's, I don't know. I just don't understand it.
Yeah.
Like, why
So
would, if you really want it to be that realistic, I get it. But maybe that's like a different thing. Maybe you could have both somehow. I don't know.
yeah.
Seems like it wasn't very well thought out.
Yeah, I just don't have. I feel like I don't have any incentive for anything.
Going towards
I
the hole.
But I,
That's a
sorry.
par.
Go ahead.
oh,
We'll
here you
take
go.
it.
I paid
And
40
if he sinks
for this.
It's for 3 skins.
and I had told you
Okay,
and
that putt's done.
poor ass gamer like
That one, our leader is on the board with 5 skins.
do not pay more than that. Do not pay regular price for this. So that
Yeah,
40
I
is
think I
the
paid
most that I've paid. Now you paid less, I think.
I think I paid 24, something like that.
Yeah.
Spring sale.
From where I stand right now, I
This one's fairway
I
bound.
definitely
Nailed it.
don't think this is worth even $40. I know it sounds harsh.
Smash.
Someone's be like, "What?"
I mean, yes.
But I mean,
So that might also be like the experience too. Like, you and I playing golf, that's fine. Like, this is something we've done for, I don't know, 12 years, 14 years,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
So, like, having this again is nostalgic, and it's
Yes.
nice. And maybe
Yes.
that's worth that much.
that is true.
And I think this game, like a lot of the sports games recently, like even like FIFA and Madden and all those other games have started to gear more towards
It's
the
not going to be good.
loot box online experience kind of game. So, like, they want you to go online. Like, there are different challenges. Like, there's an online mode where you can go online and be part of all these different challenges and things, and supposedly that's, I don't know, supposed to be fun playing with strangers.
Yeah, so weird.
If I show up to the golf course and I have to go with a random foursome. That's not fun at all.
Let's see what he does here. He's around 205.
Yeah, it's true.
But
I was not, I would not have bought this game
Going with the hybrid.
on my own. It was the fact that my cousin Matt already had it and was like, hey,
Here's our third shot.
it's not that bad. Go, you get it, so then we can play together. And then, so because I knew that somebody else had it, I'm like, okay, then I'll, spend the money on it, because just like you said, it is enjoyable to take a break from, like Ghost of Tsushima Online or Rocket League or whatever, and just play something casual, a little relaxing, and just shoot the shit. Because this is what we did, like you said, it's what we've done for years. But we haven't done it for a long time, so.
This is what we do instead of calling each other on the phone.
That's right, we have phones. So weird.
It's like, hey, let's catch up and play some golf. Oh, yeah, that sounds like fun.
Yep, exactly.
Wife's working this weekend.
Right.
Sounds good.
I need something to do.
Somebody talk to me.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
It's going to be a long putt.
That is a long putt. Now, I did pick up a copy.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh!
No!
Oh,
Damn
no.
nabbit.
Measuring in
Oh, no.
11
A
feet.
copy of what?
I picked up a copy of Streets of Rage 4. I didn't post it yet. I got a little behind on that because I wanted to. But we are going to have to share play that, so then you can give it a shot and see if it's something you should pick up. I think it's going to be a ball, to be honest.
Don't know what that is. Is that like Mario Kart?
I like. I had already answered this question. You guys didn't have a Sega growing up, did you? Neither did I.
Yeah, we did. We had a
Did
Sega.
you? And you didn't have Streets of Rage?
No, we did not have anything. We had Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's
fuck.
I don't even think we had like Genesis was like the Sonic,
Yeah.
and we didn't even have a Sonic game.
Didn't even have that. Man, didn't even
I
come
think
with it, huh?
we had like 4 games, and none of them were good.
Your round comes to an end.
That's funny.
And this one he's gonna take a
That's why I
stab
spent
at
a lot more
birdie.
time outside as a child.
Right.
Because if I'd have had the PlayStation 3, nope. I mean, if I would have,
All right, that's gonna do it for
Yeah.
today.
if I'd have had a better system back then,
Yeah.
nope, wouldn't have left the house. I'd have been like the poor ass gamer.
Burn.
Burned.
Burn. Wait, whoa. Oh, you know what I did? I forgot to switch it back to 18 because we had played 9 the
Nine?
last time. Yeah.
I think
Well-
that's probably enough for the fans.
I think, I think that does. I don't know what else there is.
What's
to
in the
say.
menu for like the other things? Is there another type of thing we can do? So like, there's a thing in here
game
called,
type.
yeah, like what's Divot Derby? Can we do that together?
Drive, chip, or putt to the pin as fast as you can. Let's see if we can. Divot Derby, blah, 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 blah. Once the golfer... Yeah, whatever, okay.
Like there are these online societies, training.
Waiting for
Why
in-game
would I
birdie.
bother?
Oh, is this gonna dump me with somebody else? See, that's what I don't
Probably.
want. No, I don't want to do that. That's exactly what that was doing. Yep, it was trying to find some weird nerds to have me play with. So let me take a look at, let me set up another private match and see what the setting or what the different game types are.
Teams of wagers.
So, stroke, Stableford, points based, match play, skins, 4-ball, alternate shot, and scram. It's just the standard golf.
Alternate shot. Oh, I loved alternate shot.
Alternate shot is 2v2.
Oh, well, that's dumb.
Yeah. So requires 4 golfers. So I wonder if this would actually,
Probably.
No, it won't do computer because there is none.
No
You don't play
computer.
against the
Yep.
computer. That's the weird thing. So yeah. So
I was thinking alternate shot was the one where in Tiger Woods golf there's this, you had to hit it within the ring. But then the next shot was your opponent, so you wanted to hit it like in the sand trap in the ring, so that they had to chip out of the sand trap and be closer to the hole.
Oh yeah.
And so your goal was to like be bad until you got to putting.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. Yeah.
That was a fun way to play, because it just changed it a little. Like
yeah.
And when you were outside of the ring, your opponent got 2 shots in a row.
Yep. I had just not too long ago picked up. I remember texting all you guys. It was like, which PlayStation 2 Tiger Woods game did we play all the time? And a lot of back and forth and a lot of research, and I ended up figuring it out that it was 2005. So I would like to pop that in sometime and see what that is like, and then I might not want to come back to this after probably playing this. But then now
that's probably true.
Yeah, but then now I want to try and figure out which PlayStation 3 one we played all the time at the Tiki Bar. So it would have been right around the time that the PS3 launched. So I guess I got to figure out which Tiger Woods
probably
game came
still
out.
in a drawer at my parents' house.
The game?
Possible.
It wasn't Joey's?
No, it's my brother's, I think.
You might want to go look in that drawer.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go look around.
Yeah. Well, anything else to say about?
Steal once in a while when Joey wouldn't come over, I used to steal my brother's and take it over there too. And he used to get really pissed at me because I wouldn't hook it back up. I would just like set it back down in his room, and he'd go.
It was just
fucking PlayStation.
It was just a very nice.
But I think Lee and Harriet had their own PlayStation 3.
They eventually did get. I do remember you saying
they did end up buying one because she liked playing something weird, like Silent Hill or some weird ass game like that.
It's so funny.
Well, I honestly think she just bought it for us.
Online societies play custom seasons against other golfers. See, I don't like playing with strangers. I don't. I like the only online gaming I play is with you guys, and I just don't like. And I'm a notorious reporter. I mean, if somebody comes at me sideways and says something stupid to me, I'm gonna report you. I just do it. I do it all the time. So I really don't like playing with online random people.
Yeah. If I wanted to get yelled at by 12-year-olds, I'd play Fortnite.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Any other comments for PGA Tour 2K21?
I mean, just do better next time, guys.
Just.
I mean,
I think this was the first one that 2K picked up, because I think the golf games, I don't know if they'd been around or what, or some other company had them. So I think they kind of inherited it.
EA still had the rights, I think, and just never made the game. But it's one of those things where like they had to license it from the PGA, so that's not cheap. Like to buy that license to be able to call it PGA Tour 2K21 is an expensive proposition.
Right.
But I think because you can't play as the character, as a real person, they don't have to pay the real people. They're just like, if you're a PGA person, like your name's gonna be on the leaderboard and whatever, but we don't ever have to let them play as you, so we don't have to give you money for it or something. I don't know.
Right.
That's probably how it worked out. But and I don't even care so much about that as I do like just like the weird thing about the career is like they even give you the opportunity to like you start as an amateur and you have to win a tournament to get onto like the amateur tour.
Yeah.
And then if you win 3 tournaments in the amateur tour, you get promoted to the PGA. And like that's cool, but why can't my guy get better as you do that?
Yeah.
Like, why can't my stats get higher? Why can't I have have Callaway come knocking and be like, hey, can you want to use our balls?
Right.
Like, I want Adidas and Nike to be duking it out over me
Right.
You know, offering me contracts for, you know, being on the next bottle of Gatorade.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that Adidas and Nike don't make Gatorade. But, like, I mean, there are other parts of this that could make it more interesting that might get people more buy-in. Because what they've done here is create the bare minimum a game should have. And it's a little disappointing.
Yeah. So I'm kind of flipping through right now the My Player section where it showed that, you know, hey, you unlock some clothing gear, and oh, just like you said, oh good, I can now wear a plain white baseball hat that, you know, does nothing at all. Excuse me, gray. It says Titleist on it, you know, big whoop. But, you know, again, doesn't...
Titlist?
Doesn't... Titliest. Yeah,
we're still 12.
We are. Yeah, so it's just, I mean, I guess it's a good starting point. This is a great
question mark.
Like, yeah, you know what I mean. Like, it's, you got the bones here, you got the structure going. Now let's get the details. Let's really fill this thing out. So we'll see, I guess. Damn, I lost money playing against these guys. That sucks.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, I got my guy in his little dress suit, and I'm like, I don't care that I unlock things. It doesn't do
right,
anything.
like
so,
you're set. Like there's you created a guy who looked like Vito Corleone. Like there's nothing that you're going to give me that I'm gonna like better.
Right. And then if I go over here to the clubs menu, so you know, here's what I selected my driver, and this is that newer one that I got. So this is the fun part. So you take a look at the stats here, and then if I go back to the default, look at all the green that I get back. Like, it's amazing. So I was like, why did I do that? Why did I switch to this new club? You know, and the new ones that I've unlocked so far that like visually look, whoa, looks like a great driver, and you look at it and you're like, well, it doesn't do shit for you. Like, they have this driver the size of a Folgers can, and I lose so much distance on it by using it. I'm like, well, how does that happen? Like, who thought that? So, I don't know. Yeah. If I go over here to the most expensive club, it's not even unlocked. And then you apparently need a clubhouse pass, whatever the hell that means. Like,
that's their loot box.
That's their pay our money and you'll get this good content stuff. God almighty, what is happening?
And it's kind of like this stuff is available for a limited time.
Oh.
So like this stuff is only available for the next 30 days, and then the clubhouse will refresh, and it'll have different stuff. So you have to keep paying for this thing every month or whatever, however often they want you to do it. You know, just to get this random stuff that might not even be any good.
What happened to video games? I just kind of...
That is an entirely different episode.
That is. Oh look, they have a putter.
And we can talk about that. What?
A putter that's a taco. They have a hot dog. They have a hockey stick. Oh, so you can do Happy Gilmore. And they have a candy cane. I like the Happy Gilmore one. That's a nice touch. That's a very nice touch. Yeah. Well, and the putters are funny because those are just visual because there's nothing affects the putter.
Right.
There is nothing.
Nothing affects anything. It's a stupid fucking game.
It's a stupid game. Why'd we broadcast it? Thanks for watching.
Just kidding.
Yeah. Well, I think that about rounds up our little play session here of PGA Tour 2K21. I do want to thank everybody who has watched us as we do this live, and thank everybody who's watching it later on demand on a lunch break or something like that. GamesandGimmicks.com.
Again,
check out
while they're going through an Insomniac episode, and they really need to sleep.
This will do it. We will cure your insomnia. GamesandGimmicks.com. check out all of our previous episodes. Like, share, subscribe. Check us out on the gram. Check me out on Vero. And yeah, thanks again, everybody. Alex, thanks.
We promise we'll do Star Trek soon.
We promise Star Trek will happen soon. Alex, thanks as always for joining me on these journeys. Absolutely.